Hey now, it's Knight with flippingelectronics.com, and have I got a story for you about this item that just sold. So I design my life and my business where I'm not really desperate for a sale, and the negative of that is that sometimes I'll buy something and I'll forget to actually list it, and I won't even notice any money missing. It'll just be sitting on the shelf. And so I do admit that I do forget about items sometimes. So I was grabbing items to ship yesterday, and I found this on the shelf. I already had a listing for this, as I do with a lot of my new electronics, and I probably just didn't add it to my quantity of the listing. And so I went and checked the listing, and I noticed that I had 0 up for sale when this thing has been sitting on the shelf for God knows how long. And in fact, when I went to do that, a lot of times what happens is that I haven't sold one of those in a while, and I'll have to dig up a listing from 3 months ago, and the prices will change. So I looked, and the last time I did sell one was 2 months ago for 115 bucks. And I went and looked at the current prices right now, and the current going prices for this is about $90 something. So it sucks. I don't know how long I had it for, but I didn't want to lose out on any money. And like I said, I mean, sometimes if I do put things up for sale, then sometimes I am able to let them sit and wait for big money, wait for the right buyer, wait for the highest price. And so all I did, instead of putting a lot of thought into it, I just relisted it, or actually I added one quantity to my listing and just put the price, even though the price is right now currently going, if I want to sell it fast, if I wanted to sell it fast, in my mind, this is how I'm thinking yesterday, is $90 something. I just went ahead and put one quantity and 115 bucks. Knowing that I can let it sit and I can wait for the right person, because I'm not desperate for the sale, I'm not desperate for the money, because I save, I invest, I sell high quality items, I sell a ton of items, I get a ton of items, and so I'm able to wait like that. But what I did was I put that item on promoted listings. And promoted listings is a new thing that eBay does, where you can pay an extra percent. You choose the percentage, and you can pay an extra percent and have a second listing, have a promoted ad in the listing. So if people are searching for that item, you're going to have actually 2 listings on the page. You're going to have your regular listing, and then you're going to have a sponsored listing. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put on promoted listings for items that have a lot of competition. So I do a lot of new electronics, and so there are a shit ton of new electronics out there on eBay. So I'll put in 1%. I don't put in whatever they suggest. I always choose the minimum 1%, because that at least gets me the 2 listings on eBay. So here I am expecting to wait weeks and months for this thing to sell, and I just put it at the 115 and maybe drop it every week, changing the price all the time. Woke up this morning, sold! Obviously I do great pictures, I have a great eBay account, excellent customer service, 100% feedback, free returns, etc., etc., etc. But because of all the little tricks and tips and all the little details that I do that I talk about in Flipping Electronics program, I was able to sell my item for more than everyone else, usually going for 90 something, sell my item for 115, paid the promoted fee. If you're afraid of promoted, if you don't want to spend extra money on promoted, do this math. How much should I pay extra for the promoted? 1%, so it was 115, so $1.15. Everyone else is selling their item for 92 bucks. I sold mine for 115, minus the promoted $1.15, minus regular eBay fees, way ahead of everyone else. And my new electronic item on eBay even went for just barely a little bit less than Amazon. I think Amazon I just checked, and it was like 121, 122. I sold mine for 115. So don't be afraid to be the highest price. Don't be afraid to use promoted listings. I thought I was going to be sitting on this thing for another 2 months. Sold in 12 hours for the highest price right now currently sold on eBay. Because of promoted listings, because of the way I list things, rep God, and because I'm not afraid to spend a couple bucks. Now, if you're interested in learning how to sell online, buy stuff locally, and sell online on eBay and Amazon and back on local, you can check out the free training at flippingtraining.com. That's flippingtraining.com. Go over there, sign up. I'll send you a little video series on there, all free. Check it out. And if you're really interested in making money online, exactly how I do, step by step, full video series, join the private Facebook group with the entire team. Go to flippingelectronics.com. Have you seen these videos? YouTube thinks you're going to love them, so click on one, and I'll see you over there. Get hyped!